Vietnam is a country heavily affected by climate change impacts, which is forecasted to be more frequent and intense and directly affect agricultural production and people's daily life. Especially women, children, the elderly, and people with disabilities who are vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. Climate-smart agriculture, also known as CSA, is a sustainable, environmentally friendly agriculture that takes into account the issues of climate change, food security, biodiversity, the environment, and natural climate system. Climate Smart Village, or CSV, is a research program on climate change, agriculture, and food security, CCAF, of the Consultative Group for International Agricultural Research, or CGIAR. Gender and Social Inclusion, or GSI, refers to the improvement of access to resources, livelihoods, and social services for everyone, contributing to inclusive development, leaving no one behind. Step 1. Identify purpose and scope of CSV. When identifying the purpose and scope of the CSV, it is necessary to encourage and support the participation of both women and men, the elderly, people with disabilities, as well as young people, to ensure that their voices and needs are considered during the design phase of the CSV. The participation of stakeholders will contribute to the design of a CSV, not only for specific groups, but also for the entire community, not only for the current, but also future generations. Step 2. Identify the climate risk in the target areas. The impact of climate change is becoming more unpredictable, causing damage to crops, livestock, and infrastructures. For example, Miloy, a mountainous village belonging to Kisan Commune, Kiang District, Ha Tinh Province, often suffers from severe cold spells, prolonged heat, floods, dry and hot winds, cyclones, and tropical storms, causing several deaths and property losses. A CCAF study shows that women-headed households had more difficulty in recovering from 2015 tornadoes than others. Step 3. Locate a CSV in a small landscape. Based on the assessment of natural factors and social aspects, select the most suitable location for CSV development. For example, Miloy Village was selected to be a pilot site for CSV development in Vietnam due to its diverse farming systems, which is very ideal for CSA trials. Step 4. Consult the stakeholders. Conduct a group discussion between women and men to objectively assess their opinions on the development of CSV. For example, the results of the discussion in Miloy CSV showed that women are often responsible for purchasing inputs and selling them to traders, making them the financial managers, while men are in charge of land preparation, harvesting, and transporting of the products. Step 5. Evaluate CSA options. For each CSV model and specific CSA practice, it is necessary to consider and assess their applicability to women-headed households, as well as households with women, elderly, and people with disabilities as main labor force, to have appropriate support or adjustment, ensuring that everyone can implement them. For example, some CSA practices in a CSV, orange-based agroforestry system. Women and the elderly can take care and sell products. Black pepper home garden. Women and the elderly can take care, sort, pack, and sell products, among others. Vermiculture. Women and the elderly can take care and harvest worms to feed poultry or for sale, among others. Rice. Duck model. Women and children can take care and harvest. Step 6. Develop portfolio. Men and women need to have an equal voice in determining priority lists of investment in the development of CSV, ensuring that these activities bring economic, environmental, and social benefits. Step 7. Scale up. It is important to consider gender and social factors, including labor and task allocation issues. Step 8. Monitor and evaluate uptake and outcome. Monitor and evaluate indicators on climate risk mitigation and sustainable agricultural development in parallel with indicators on mainstreaming gender equality and social inclusion. For example, comparing between men and women groups on number of people who have access to clean water, number of labor days contributed to CSV development, or number of women-headed households applying CSA practices and have access to CSV technologies. A climate-smart village is not only a place with an agricultural system that smartly adapts to climate change and harmonizes with nature, but also a place where there is a harmonious relationship among different groups of people, ensuring that no one is left behind on the way towards sustainable development of the village.